That temple method, of course. Oh. It's like this. Ideas. Oh. Aliens came by. See, we had coffee this morning. How much coffee did you have today? I hate minus signs. See, even I've been talking like me. This is really bad. I wish it was an alien now, right? So that I could actually see this before dimensions. So I grew up in Montreal, right? In Montreal, of course, you have alleyways, which are one of the few places you have alleyways. And where I lived just sort of was like this. So there's this thing here, you had the taxis. And then I grew up over here. And here's an alleyway. And here was a dépanneur and stuff. Lots of stuff. Very simple place. It's in Little Italy in Montreal, if anybody has ever been there. That's where I grew up, right? So in this alleyway, we used to build stuff, my friends and I. So over here was one of my friends, Jean-Guy. So of course outside I spoke only French. At home I spoke only Italian. English I never spoke, because we didn't know English. I mean, we grew up in Little Italy. At the time that I grew up, nobody knew English. We only knew either French or Italian. Right? So my friend Jean-Guy lived over here. And his father was a carpenter, which meant, of course, that we had access to wood, nails, whatever we wanted. Right? Which, of course, in the days of the first generation Star Trek, is a lot of fun. Right? Because you watch this on TV in black and white, right? And it fires up your imagination. I mean, Shatner was amazing in firing up the imagination of teenagers, like young kids like me. Right? Okay, so we started building stuff, and this is in the days of the original Batman, also, with what's his name? Robin was,
Adam
I forget
West.
what the guy's name was. Adam West and the other kid, yeah. Grayson or something? Or whatever. So the guy who played Robin. So, you know, with the zam and the pows and the stuff that they were on the screen, you know what I mean? Okay, so we thought one day we're going to build a Batmobile, right? So we thought, this is crazy, we watched the thing and we thought, we can do this. We just have to build a Batmobile. So, okay, so we got planks. We got these planks, and we start off with a large plywood plank like this. And at the corner of our alley, there was a pharmacy right here. There was a big pharmacy. And these guys used to dump stuff all the time. One day, we actually found a stroller. Now, don't ask me where the stroller came from the pharmacy. No idea. But we found a stroller that had these nice big wheels, right? And the old strollers, of course, are very nice. So we take this plank and we then put these wheels on top, right? And it's kind of a neat looking thing, right? And then we thought, okay, so we got the basic thing set up. We need some 4x4s to put the wheels on. So we have the 4x4s over here, like that. And we'll put the wheels on top of that, right? Bam! With 6-inch nails, right? And then the whole thing sits on it. Okay, and the whole thing sits on it like that, and the same thing in the back. Now we have to steer this thing, right? So we ran the 6-inch nail right through, right through the thing here, to make it go to here. And then we put, let's see, that was to tilt it, and then we put ropes over here at both ends, right? So at this point, what you see is the Batmobile looks like this, just like basically a go-kart, right? Like that, and then you steer it by sitting down in this part like this, right? You move the thing back and forth, and you can steer it. Okay, so that's kind of fun. But this is just a very basic cart, right? Nothing deep about it. So we had to make it look authentic, right? Because this is just the basic idea. So now, in order to make it look authentic, we had to give it power. So we had to think, okay, how do we give this thing power? So we thought, okay, so we're looking at it now, right? And it's like this. And you have this thing, and these 4x4s, and then you have another wheel over here. So, okay, so we made it tilted here. We put a little plank over here. And the idea was that our friend with the hockey stick would come up over here, right, and stick this thing in this V-shaped gizmo where you rested your back over here. The kid rests his back over here, and then holds on to the rope, right, like that, right? Okay? And feet over here. Right? So you hold on to the rope over here, and then the kid with the hockey stick in the back pushes, so that you don't have to bend down, right? Because we were already thinking about efficiency. Efficiency means you hold the stick and you push. Bending down is not efficient. It's efficiency. It was a pretty cool idea. Hockey stick. Okay, and lots of hockey sticks around. So okay, so right now we still have a go-kart. How do you make a Batmobile out of this? So we had to cover this part here, which we did, like that. And now it looked a little bit better. It still looked like a go-kart. It still had to be a Batmobile, which means it needed weapons. So now, this is trickier, right? This is tricky. So we went to Now the pharmacy in the back here, it turned out that one week we found these big tubes, right? Big large tubes out of cardboard. You probably put stuff like, I don't know, calendars inside, who knows, that kind of stuff. So we thought we can stick these things on the side over here, right? One on each side, and they look like cannons, right? Because he had something like that. Of course, he had something like that in the back too, but that would have been facing the pushers, so you couldn't do that, right? So you couldn't put them in the back. So you put them on the side. And then we thought, well, wait a minute, these things are about this size, so we had to buy firecrackers. That's the only thing we could get in those days. But you had to fake like you were 16, right? We're not 16 yet, so we had to send our brothers, and, you know, the way it works. You send your brother to buy firecrackers for you, you come back, lots of firecrackers, stick them inside, and really jam, oranges, whatever you could find, small apples, you know, everything. And then block the other end, of course, the idea being that the pressure for the explosion would then shoot off this stuff, and it would hit something. A squirrel, I don't know, whatever. Right? It's a true story. It's really crazy, but it was fun being a kid in Little Italy back then. So that's the way we did it, right? Put the firecrackers, drop them in here, and then put oranges, apples, whatever was in there, and then these things would shoot off, and we practiced, right? It was a lot of fun. So then we thought, okay, this is still not powerful enough. We need something really powerful that everybody will be scared when they see us. Now, we're limited by firecrackers, right? So we thought, aha, we have an idea. So that bumper, right? So look, the bumper is a 4x4, right? They're about this big, right? These bumpers. So we thought, what can we do with the bumper? The bumper has to look powerful. So we decided, since they're 4x4s, if we take a 6-inch nail and we ram it through it, it's going to be 2 inches sticking out. That's powerful. That looks really powerful and awesome, and it's going to scare everybody for sure, right? So we did that. So we took the bumper off, and we built this new bumper with these 6-inch nails sticking out. There were like 20 or 30 of them, right? This is nuts. We did this. Put the bumper back on, and then we thought, okay, we can't think of anything else. We painted it black with the bats on it and all this stuff. And then we start pushing, right? And all the kids run to the side as I'm pushing away. And this friend of mine, Pierre, he goes in, and we turn this corner that I now erased, but here's the taxis are over here. And we turn this corner over here, and over here is a fire hydrant. We can actually show you off Google. The fire hydrant is still there, right? It's still there. We don't have much time. But the fire hydrant is over here, and he turns the corner, and he sees the fire hydrant, and he can't control it because he sees this metal thing coming at him. And he rams into it. And of course, I have to let go, but it's still the momentum of the vehicle, right? They're still carrying him forward, and he hits the fire hydrant. And as he hits the fire hydrant, a piece of the fire hydrant at the bottom comes off. Clink. It just goes, and go, uh-oh, and he knocks his head, falls back into the thing, but he's okay. He's got a bump, right? Because this thing stopped him over here. He knocked himself a little bit, falls back in, and then we're thinking, oh my God, our parents are going to kill us. The police is going to come. You know, like the story I told you about the rock. Did I tell you the story about the rock? Oh God, this is a good one, even better. Okay. Remember, next time I'll tell you the story about the rock and the catapult story, right? So the thing falls off. Now the fire hydrant, which looks like this, right? Usually like this, very nice looking bottom of fire hydrant, now has this dent in it. Caused by the Batmobile nails hitting this thing, breaking it. And it fell off. So for the longest time, we took this piece and we kept putting it back on, artificially, so they wouldn't notice that it was broken. Now it's vanished, and I'll show you the picture. Actually, in Google Maps, if you zoom into my house, you can actually see the fire hydrant with the piece missing. And we did that 40 years ago, 45 years ago. So this is my contribution to the neighborhood, right? Is breaking this piece of metal off the fire hydrant. But then he kept going afterwards, and as he kept going, he hit a post. And this time it was worse because this is one of these wooden posts, right? With the electrical wires on it, right? That stuff. And of course, when he hit that one, we couldn't get the bumper off anymore. So the evidence is staring at us. How do we get out of this situation with the bumper stuck in the post and the police can be coming any time? Because they knew us, you know? From other stories. So they knew us. So we get stuck over there. And this bumper stuck in the post. My God, and we were scared. I was really scared, right? Our parents were going to kill us and all this stuff. But eventually we managed to get the post off in time before the police saw it, and we ran away, and then we got something else done, right? That's basically that story. So bring it over there.